it really started in university, and like it's just grown every year, just trying to take it all in as much as can. There's so much that's coming through here all the time that it's impossible to get everything, but just always making an effort to experience a new band that you may not have heard before, and just immersing yourself in the vast culture of music that comes through Kingston.
It's easy for like-minded people to get together and work on projects, and when you start doing what you're passionate about, you find people that are doing similar things, and it leads to collaborations, which and I mean for any sort of major shift in culture where people are really gonna start doing something like going to live music shows or even picking up an instrument themselves, it takes a few people around them to really motivate them, and you know, you always want to do something with like-minded people, and Queens is a great community to do that, definitely, in terms of live music.
2 years ago, Don, Will, and I met in Queens Music Club. So Will kind of reached out to Don and I, just looking for people to jam with. And then it kind of just took off from there. We played some really crappy covers at first, and then worked on originals, and kind of evolved into this eventually, yeah.
Don totally makes drum noises when he drums.
Yeah.
I think the music scene here is changing a bit. I've been here for a while, and about 5 or 6 years ago, it was all DJ phase. Like everything was at stages and house, or well, not even house, but it was all electronic acts. There was nobody really starting bands, and you couldn't get people to come up to shows. But no, I think in the last 4 years or so, you've started to see it happening more. So I think the Queens Music Club had a pretty big part in that. It's nice to have a space to practice, just to have a room that you can go into that has a drum set, has a PA. So yeah, I think that's pretty big. I think it's growing and getting better as the years go.
I grew up in Kingston. I grew up in the Queens ghetto, actually. Yeah. I love playing at the Brooklyn. The stage is big, it's high. It's we can sell that one out, and it's just great all around. Good people that run it too.
I saw my reflection in the window pane, reminded me of something, all those things we used to say, what we used to say, what we used to say. I've lost it all.
Just be to say that, like, for an aspiring musician, it's, I'd say, and not just Queens, but just university campuses in general, it's just the most easy way to get yourself involved in the music scene. I can only speak from my experience at Queens, but I know that, like, I have been able to access so many resources that have allowed me to start getting involved in the music scene. For example, Lucas mentioned Clark Hall Pub. I've been able to have a job there for the past 2 years doing sound, so that's gotten me way more involved in the technical side of music than I would have been before, and I absolutely love it now. It's something I may not have discovered otherwise. You know, playing performances there or just getting your music heard is so much easier when, you know, everything's so accessible, like Ryan mentioned. So I think just the combination of, you know, all that brings together just a really thriving scene that, you know, it's still going strong and should continue to be going strong for as long as, you know, people want it to survive.